So we're going to start off by getting it to say welcome to the user. So welcome to the online shopping list. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is going to have to make sure that there's a list for the person to be able to put their stuff in. So we're going to create our list, remember, by putting the name of the list equals and then the two squared brackets. Right, we're ready to start adding stuff to the list. So we're going to put that into a variable called item. We're going to ask the user to input their first item. So input first item, leave a space there, close bracket, and that'll put the item into the variable item. And then we're going to add that to the list. Remember, adding to a list is called appending. So shopping list dot append. What are we going to append? We're going to append the item. Right, now we want to keep adding items. Now if we want to keep doing something when we've got a limit on it, we use a while loop. A while loop will keep repeating as long as something is true. Now what we're going to keep repeating? We're going to keep repeating as long as the person doesn't type end. Now you see the exclamation mark there? That means is not. So as long as the item is not equal to end, then, so as long as that isn't equal to end, then we'll ask them for another item. So the item will do exactly the same, except this time we'll ask them for the next item. The item equals enter next item. So whatever they type in now, we're putting up to the variable item, and then again we'll append that onto the shopping list. So we'll append the item onto the shopping list. So you can see how this works now. So this will keep repeating over and over again as long as it doesn't say end. If it does say end, then we jump out and we're down to here. Now we can use that line it gave us in the task itself. This will tell us how many items there are in the shopping list now. So X is the number of items, and it says it wants them to be in alphabetical order. So remember, we can sort. If you look back to where we did task number 7, in task 7 we learned if you take a list and you put dot sort bracket bracket afterwards, that will put it into order. Then in task 8 we learnt about looping through a list to be able to list out the items. So we're going to print how many items there are in the list. So you have comma X, which is the number, remember, which we got for the length of the list. So you've got that many items. Remember to put the words in speech marks. And now we're going to use that for loop that we learnt about in task 8 to print out for each item in the shopping list. We're going to print what's in it. So we print each item throughout the list. And that should be pretty much that. So let's give that a try. So run module, or press F5. Yes, we'll need to save the code before we can run it. And now up it comes there. Right, we're going to type in our first item, eggs. So now it goes into the while loop. We type bread. Does that say end? No, it doesn't. So we move on. We type milk. Does it say an end? No, it doesn't. This time we do say end. So now it jumps out of the loop, tells us we have 4 items, one of which is end, and so it finishes.